Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first impressions of new Esamir. Today, we're going to be walking around through some bases, maybe fighting some people, reviewing the new containment site, and also participating in the community event today. Going to be running some ops with the boys, might be having a squad here or there, maybe cheesing, seeing if we can break some stuff, as is what you're supposed to do when you playtest something. But without further ado, let's go in to the whatever this is. I'm assuming this is the spawn room. Okay. Everything's getting a little weird, but okay. The lighting is freaking the fuck out. But we're here. This is the containment facility. I see some arrows around, so maybe we'll just follow the arrows. Take me. This actually doesn't feel like a bad idea. The arrows telling the puppies where to go, because it's almost like, all right, well, I don't know what to do. This will help me figure out what it is I'm supposed to do. Oh no, a decision. A fork in the road. Oh shit, A, B. Wait, that's not bad. That's actually not bad. So it's like, oh, we're losing B, just follow this. I don't know how to get there, but now I will. So this is the first point of the facility that I'm gonna go to, at least. The B point, it's surrounded. It's by, I guess, plants. Maybe this is like a nanite flora spot. I don't know. The Hassan Kush lab. But I like the arrows, I guess. It does kind of funnel people to go the right way. But again, kind of weird. Because it's like an overly complicated base to the... Okay, maybe the word overly makes it sound negative. It's a complicated base that kind of makes you have to have that sort of thing. Okay, so now I'm back to the spawn room? Or what's this? Oh, is this like an unfinished asset? Oh, we'll go up here. Become a rat. Alright, the first question I have is this. Alright, I pull my max suit, got my double shotguns, rolling up to the fucking to the point. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't really need to resecure the point, but I hear there's a lot of shitters. I heard there's a lot of shitters in the vents. I gotta go put my extermination tool. Oh no. Oh no. Just sit here, blam, 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 blam. Alright, that's not gonna be very good. Alright, so that kind of worries me. But we'll move on. And maybe it's not gonna be that big of a deal. We'll see when we play test it. Maybe people won't really use the vents at all. There's no objective there. It's a flank route. Yeah, so when people flank, they'll get fucked. Like, so no one will ever flank. That's my mindset. I know that there's nothing in there. Because the mindset that what they tweeted is that this is a flank that will reduce choke points because you can flank around the choke point. But this is a flank. Whoa, wait a second. Just jump jet through it. All right. Just jump jet through it. Zoom, motherfucker! I don't even have to walk! Hell yeah! So maybe the flanks will work. Because let's say I need to get there. I crouch in. Wait, shit, you gotta time it perfectly. But then you can just drifter jet through it. Whatever. It shaves off good time if you're speedrunning. Alright, so we went to B. AC. Okay. AC! Oh my god, they got their own shout out in game. What's this? Okay. You can destroy it to take down the shields. Oh, enemies? Oh. Okay. Oh shit, Pog. What's this? Long corridor. Just imagining just imagining a mech suit. And then 3 engineers just... Alright, this is back where I started though, right? I'm so fucking lost. Which makes it cool! Ooh, maybe this is how you get out? I see vehicular terminals. Oh, here comes the lighting. Well, this is where I started, right? So maybe I go up here now? My God. I'm outside. Okay, I drive up a car. Beep, beep. Blow up the thing. Drive inside. Now I'm inside. Do I go down? This is me attacking the base. So I go down. Then the command hub is downstairs. So we go. And then now we're here again. I like the little arrow path. Well, the thing is, the arrow path takes you places that you can't even enter sometimes, so it's a little confusing. But I do like it in the case of defending, because it's just like, yep, A is that way. So something that PlanetSide has had an issue with, in my opinion, is things that look epic but then aren't accessible to everyone. So the biggest thing that I'll talk about, bastions. Is there one in the air? Bastions are like accessible to like 40 people and there's like 1,000 people online. This is an epic facility. Something that looks fucking cool, both to a new player and an existing player, that you can just go in. You can just enter it. You can fight at it. It's accessible to everyone at all times. You can walk around in it. It has a fuck ton of new assets. This is what I've been asking for the longest amount of time. Something that, although there might be issues that some people disagree with, overall, this is something that's cool to look at. Is something that you can just go into and fight at, have a good time at, shoot people at, try to capture, try to defend. And it's not blocked off to just the 1%, the smellborps of the world who can just use a fuck ton of resources and pull like a bastion or a colossus. Literally everyone will benefit from this. Everyone will benefit from playing this. Now, how will it affect the actual game when it comes to moving the map and trying out these other bases? I have no idea. I'll be honest, I have no clue. Will we be fighting at these forever to the point that we get bored at it because it's impossible to capture? I have no idea. But new content for a game like this is what we need consistently. Something that 100% of the player base will be able to experience without some paywall of outfit resources, being a leader in the outfit, not being high enough rank. I really like this. This is a good sign for the game, and more content like this is coming, I think, because I know the NS overhaul is a thing, and then there's other, you know, a new map or a new continent, excuse me. There's a lot of stuff. This is cool. I like this. It's epic. It's big. There's a lot of shit to look at, both from the outside and the inside. Vehicular players can feel like they're having fun because they have to like initiate it. Then infantry players don't get worried about air to ground. I'm assuming the air fights here will be crazy, like a bastion flying overhead trying to clear out all the tanks. It's cool. I mean, it might not be my gameplay when it comes to like a lot of the stuff that's involved in investing into the fight, but again, looking at that macro Chad level, a lot of people are going to like this. I think a lot of people are going to log in. I feel like we might see another sort of like escalation update, but you have to remember, it's not just making something cool, it's also communicating it well. And that's what the homies and Rel have to figure out how to do. Because like what made escalation super cool? Obviously the substance of the update, but the hype around it as well. And we need hype along with this for people to start logging in again and experiencing it again. Because at this point, player base is super ebb and flowy, where a bunch of people come in, then a bunch of people leave, then a bunch of people come in again. It's like it's an MMO. That's just how those games work. So to really follow through with this, it'll need to be one of those situations where a lot of hype will need to be generated. Maybe get Archie to turn on the reverb and hit him with the holy smokes, like something like that. Get the main content creators in there involved and stuff like that. Uncontained enthusiasm and update progress. Hey there, folks. Last weekend we released the Containment Sites Chapter 3 and additional Esamir changes to the public test server. The reception has been overwhelmingly positive, with more excitement around a new feature than I've seen in quite some time. So, more than 2,000 players showed up to the public test server over the weekend to prove out the new facility, and boy did we stress test it. Through the weekend playtest, we've noticed a number of issues with the general flow of the new facility that we'd like to address. To get the update wrapped and ready for live, we'll be pushing back, damn it, and start date and continuing work on the facility. We're currently targeting the update release in the last week of April, and the actual start date of the last campaign chapter to fall the week after. This will give us time to make the desired gameplay changes to the facility, test them with your help. Ooh, so another playtest perhaps. Finalize the art and clean up any remaining bugs with the update. I can't read. So for the containment site in particular, the main goals we'd like to address are reduce time to point for attackers and defenders, improve flow from BC to A point, reduce congestion in the top. Hey, so that's all pretty good. I'd like to pat myself on the back. Good job, Shoctorr. Giving good feedback, not being toxic. You guys should pat yourselves on the back too. Give yourself a little pat on the back. It's not just me, bro. Sure, I managed you guys. I banned the shitters, but this is a group effort. Proud of you guys. The goals above each address multiple issues with the fight flow, which we'll outline using an overhead map generated by one of our community members. Thanks, Varunda. Dude, Varunda be doing the most, bro. He's in speedrunners. He's in playtest. Perhaps a new Daybreak employee. Pause champ. Time to point. So the current layout of the facility is heavily weighted towards the defenders, too much so. This problem was created in part by the travel time for attackers from upper level hub to the sub levels being much longer than it is for defenders. To combat this, we'll be adding 2 new spawn rooms for attackers only, We'll be adding 2 new spawn rooms for attackers only that are attached to a capture point. When you capture the point for B or C, it will flip the spawn room to the owner's faction. Oh my word. Fucking, this is good, bro. This is good, bro. They're listening to our feedback, bro. Once you have secured something, you'll be able to have a spawn, and then it's a battle between the two. And majority of the fighting will happen here and here with some occasional fights in the center. But giving the hard spawns, it's like a tiered fight. This is a change that I think is it's not easy, but it's something that won't have a completely restructured version of this base. But these hard spawns are crucial. The tier 1 fight where we're trying to break that SCU spawn, that makes sense to have Sundays and stuff because, you know, the vehicles are still involved. They're still active in the fight itself. But once we get to the tier 2 fight, and we're just completely underground, outside of some person driving a flash downstairs and trying to shotgun and run over people, the vehicles are completely, they're out of the equation. These changes add a more staged approach to the battle where attackers can remain without the aid of topside sunderers. Bro, it's like Israel listening to us, bro? It's kind of weird, bro. I'm not used to this. The spawn room changes are also accompanied by some layout changes that help facilitate this. I'll describe those in the next point. Improving flow. So moving from the B or C points to the A point held in the energy room meant either that you needed to backtrack, something we don't like having people to do, or that you need to run down a long hallway and loop around past the enemy spawn. Also something we don't like having you do. This also caused some of that labyrinthian feel the facility can create in certain places. Excuse me. To facilitate a better flow from BC to A, we'll be adding a sort of service elevator that does not move, allowing players in the B to C wings to push forward and drop down to the cargo bay junction leading to the A point. Oh, perhaps some verticality? You could LA, maybe a C4. This addition removes the need to backtrack or run past the enemy spawn room and forces players to commit to the next attack decision unless you're a light assault. I'm going to say it, bro. I'm going to pat myself on the back again, bro. Positive feedback, bro. Dab. In addition, we've moved over the spawn room stairwells so that the paths to each individual port are more obvious and reduces overall walking time. We've also added a vent that defenders can use to reach the service elevator mentioned above. The service elevators are shown in pink purplish. Okay. Ah, I see. So you can either go to C, go to A, or drop down, or excuse me, go to C or go to B, or you could drop down and then go to A, or you could go for the traditional up and around, which is also a viable strat. So cool, more options, not bad. Reducing congestion. Once attackers are past the exterior defenses of the facility, it's easy to pile Sunderers into the upper level hub and have a spawn point directly above the ramps that spiral down into the facility. This causes a congestion issue where defenders can't effectively end a fight from the inside working out. Our solution to this is to force players to deploy Sundies slightly away from the central ring, adding more walking time to the ramp entrances for attackers. This should pair well with the multi-tier approach we're taking to sieging the base and the new attacker spawns. I'm assuming, what does that mean? It can't go right next to it? Like it can be out here? Or does that mean it has to be outside? Because if it has to be outside, then that's going to be difficult for attackers. But if it just means like they can't just put the Sundie like right where my mouse cursor is, and it has to be on the edges of it, then maybe that'll work. But I recall my Sundie being there when this situation occurred. But the team has been energized by the positive outpouring in regards to the new facility, and as you can tell, there's more yet left to do. The benefits of what's being created here will extend well into the future of the game. The texture sheet and model kit we're building, the gameplay additions and experimentation, as well as the technology behind the scenes, like expansions to UI functionality and more. These will all prove to be useful additions to future updates. Hopefully this sheds some light on the current state of PTS and the update to follow. Thanks everyone, Rel, lead game designer. Hey man, good shit, bro. I'm happy to see because there was clearly a pretty large amount of, like, I compare it to like when I make a song, right? Like sometimes I'll make a song and I'll just be like, I'm just not there. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and like I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's just not there. This really seems like inspired. That's the word. Like they clearly seem very inspired. And I'm really happy to see it, bro. It's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. And it adds a lot of stuff that even again, it affects everyone. Everyone will be able to play in this, whether they like it or not. Well, I don't know, but it's content for everyone, and it'll give a brand new thing to that a lot of players are gonna see and go like, dang. That's cool. Like I might check that out. And then yeah, like they were talking about, now we have like new textures, a bunch of new stuff that'll be used in the future to help the game look a little bit different, because the games look the same for a long time. Like all the bases all look the same, but this one looks really different. The doorways, the walls, the floor, the railings, the spawn room, the thing in the center, all the doo-wops and the madoodads, they all look different, bro. And that's really cool. I like it. I'm very happy to see us finally making progress in the other direction, because otherwise, as we've seen from some other people, we would still be talking about outfit wars right now and how we should make that the thing.